Search fans, how you all doing? You alright? Well, the celebrations for the London Road Searcher 50th video have just finished. The last I saw of Notch to 11 and Nathaniel's Outdoor Adventures, they were heading off that way in a conga. Who knows? Last I saw of Vossi, he was fast asleep in a bath of Guinness. And Cynthia, over in America, Cynthia, unpronounceable surname, she was chasing any man in uniform. Nothing changes. So this is video 51. We're out in Farthingfield. There's farm machinery buzzing around all over the place. I can smell it. Just on the air. There's the scent of history. Me and you are going to go and find it. All right. I'll see you on the first one. I'll see you in a bit. Right. Well, I started over there on the left-hand side as you're looking at it, and there's the first bit of lead. I've come a little bit further and there's scars in the ground, and that is not me. So, bit suspicious, not happy with that. And there's another one there by the looks of it, and that is also not me. So I've crossed over to the other side. So I've turned around, so now this is the new right hand side. One hole. Moo. I do love them. Thimble, first find. Bit suspicious about the other holes though. I might have been hawked, and I will not be a happy man. Thimble. Well, that was a thimble. Not 2 paces next to it. Crumpled up military badge. Let's give that a quick clean. Is that complete? I should be able to straighten it out to some extent now. It's a bit snapped there, isn't it? Let's see if we can have a look and see who that is. A big gold wheel, so that means it's probably one of the gunners of some kind, wouldn't it? Let's have a quick clean. We'll see if we can see. Slightly cleaned it up. Aurea du Curve, the Latin. I reckon that's artillery. Oh yeah, look, you can see the ground. Artillery officer. Most of it. It'll clean up, but I don't think it will straighten. I think we'll lose it if we try and straighten it. But that's good for find 2. Happy days. Small, round and coin-like. If you look under the magnifying glass, I think there is a little bit of writing on it, but I don't think we'll get anything off of that. Maybe it was a minim once upon a time. Certainly isn't now. The jury is out. It may or may not be a little Roman minim. We'll carry on. Simplex, she's only gone and done it again. Look at the size of that. That is hammered silver, but it doesn't look as though there's much detail left on it. So we're going to give that a quick field clean and see if we can get anything of it off it. It's not looking likely at the moment, so pinpointer, yes. That helped, that helped. It's massive. Wow, happy days. Hammer. Woohoo! Let's have a look, see if we can give it a quick clean. If I zoom in a bit and put that over the top, that might help. Can we see that? You can see the harp. Yeah, we can see the harp and a bit of a crown. But the other side's completely smooth. Happy days. Nice big, juicy lump of hammered silver. You can't ask for more. Wow. I kid you not, the very, very next hole, that is another silver. It's a milled 6pence. I don't know whom. It's just come out like that, but you can see from there it's a 6pence. Let's give that a quick clean. Is it 2 silvers in a row? Come on. They're ringing really high though. Normally a hammered silver on this ground on the Simplex is 22, 23, and that last big one I retested it and rung up 56, and this one is ringing 70 odd, 77. We'll give it a quick clean and see who it once belonged to. There you go, without scrubbing too hard. $19.19. So that's proper silver, 925. And what I'm going to do, this is going to be the first coin that I'm going to put into my 200 subs giveaway. So you saw it just come up, and there's the hole. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And you saw it with me. That's 1919 silver sixpence is going to be the first coin that I'm going to put into my 200 sub giveaway. So there you go. Let's carry up 2 silvers in a row. Wow, what a day, what a day. Now straight up, can you see what I can see? That's 3 silvers in a row. Another sixpence, but it's silver. That's 3 in a row. That's incredible. That's just 1933, look, clear as day. So that's less of a silver content than the last one, I believe. But I don't care. Wow, what a day. I've only been out an hour and a half. 3 silvers. Wow. Well, I don't think I've seen that since I was a child. So we're not being invaded. Here's the Goodyear blimp. How are you doing? Well, that isn't something that you see every day. Right, I'm on a signal, I'm going to crack on. Artifact, we have an artifact. Artifact alert, we have an artifact. That's the face of it, I think. I don't know what it is, if it's that way round. That's far too regular to be just a bit tut, isn't it? I would have said. Give that a clean back at the ranch, see if we can make out anything. I mean, that's a regular shape. That is artifact, official artifact. We need a noise or a song for an artifact now. We have to come up with that. Artifact, artifact, we've got an artifact. Got to start somewhere. Fancy button, 3D. Is that a button or is that? That's a weird old back, isn't it? You see all the patterns on that? That'll clean up nicely. So I'm on the livery button, I would have said. Doesn't look military, it's flat. 3D, I wonder. Very nice. How funky is that? It's old. It's a good couple of 100 years old, I would have said, looking at it and feeling it. That's as funky as. I like that. Lovely. Very nice indeed. Onto the cardie, I think. Well, that's us done for the day. Simplex didn't give us any more coins. The police have come to say goodbye, but they, yes, bye, by the sound of it. 3 silvers. Well, some lovely bits and pieces. We'll have a good clean up when we get back to the ranch, and I'll see you all back on the roundup. Watch gang, we're back at the ranch. We've sifted out the rubbish, and this is the stuff that's left over, which we're going to have a quick talk through. This is the Royal Artillery cap badge.
the Latin on the bottom. It's not the complete inscription there. It didn't make the clean, obviously, as you can see. That bit fits there, and there's another bit that goes over there. The Latin is Quo fas et gloria duont, or jucont, which translates is where fate and glory lead, which is pretty hardcore, to be quite honest. Little lead dumpy weight, or game piece, some people call them. I think they're just weights myself. Where we've got more lead, bit of lead shot that's been through the wars, quite literally. Probably a token at one point. I can't make out anything on it, just a little flat disc. Nice little livery button with 3D written on it. Some nice patterns, there you go, that's not been over cleaned. That's quite nice, isn't it? And that's the loop. The loop's been a bit spangled on the back of it there, no maker's mark. But it's still a nice little button. Once that was cleaned up, that proved to be a nice little mount. You can see a little bit of decoration on it, but there's nothing identifiable on it. Judging by the amount of corrosion and stuff on it, there's either a fair bit of iron in it, or it was attached to a bit of iron somewhere along the line. Still, it's a nice thing, it's a nice little find. Still think that's a minim. You can just make out there was once upon a time something on it. Unidentifiable, I'm afraid. But it is another little Roman. I might add that to the giveaway. Speaking of giveaways, that's the 1919 silver sixpence. It's only been soap and watered. There we go. So we'll put those two to my 200 sub giveaways. 1933 sixpence, so that's 50% silver. And then we'll come to this. Now I think that is absolutely stunning. I love it. It's not much, I know that, but if you look on the look online, you won't find one better than that. It's medieval, so you know it could be 500, maybe 600 years old. It's a solid shank, because there is the solid shank flower button. That's pretty much all the PAS, the Portable Antiquities Scheme, identify them as. There's some similar to that. If you look on the Colchester, if you look on their website, the Metal Detecting Club, they have extensive list of finds, and they've got one that's very similar to that, but nowhere near as nice, nowhere near as good as that. I love that. That is a fantastic button. Really, really happy with that. I'm going to put that on my cardie. That's great. All that leaves us is that you can just see the shadow of the original inscription before it was smoothed off. And it is a Charles II silver sixpence, probably around the year 1674. They used to change them like every 3 years or so. So 1674 to 1677. And it's been smoothed off, as you can see, into what they call as a love token. And I think we should have a little chat just about that for a little while, shall we? Come on, let's go and do that.
There was a crooked man who walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence upon a crooked stile. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's go back a few years. King Edgar of England in the 10th century, who was also known as King Edgar the Peaceful, which I think is wonderful. What a great epitaph. Let's all just be peaceful. I'm a king, but I'm peaceful. That's pretty cool. Anyway, King Edgar the Peaceful was fed up with British coinage being a bit rubbish, a bit. Yeah. So he started importing decent silver from Saxony, from Germany, and he single-handedly made the British coinage go from being weak and horrible and useless to being the most sought after in Europe, which is not bad. Forward 100 years and we come to King Henry I. Now he sorted out the moneyers, so every single area, every single region of the country had a moneyer, and they would pay for the dies that the king approved, and they would take it off and they'd make all the coins and give him a whack on the side. Obviously not a whack on the side, but give him a payout on the side. So that was that. Fast forward to Christmas Eve in 1124, King Henry I decided that his money was getting a bit rubbish again. The people were taking liberties. So he summoned all his moneyers from all around, Christmas Eve, all the way to Westminster, which is a long old trek for some people.
So they all got there, and he said to them all, gathered them all together and said, my money's getting a bit rubbish again, what are you doing? And they went, oh no, not us guys, no, we're good people, we wouldn't do that. Consequently, he chopped most of their right hands off, and then publicly castrated them. That'll teach you, don't mess with the king's money. King's money's sacred, don't do it. Right, fast forward. This particular coin is from King Charles, and it's been smoothed down into a love token. Now, a love token, various different stories, shall we say, about love tokens. Some say they're a French thing. We disregard that. We won't worry about that. They do have marriage tokens in France, which is what they're, or marriage medals, I think they're called. And they think that the love tokens might be the originators of those. If that is the case, then they stole it from us. One story is that you kept a bent coin in your pocket so you could feel exactly, you've always got some money, you can feel it in your pocket. But I don't buy that, because many of them had pockets. They used to have purses, didn't they? So I don't really buy that one. I think the most likely one is, because it was a decent piece of silver, you used to smooth it down, just sit that and do that for a couple of hours, and that will smooth down any coin. And you used to bend it, you can see this one has been bent, into a wave, and I don't know what the significance of a wave is, but they bend it, sometimes in front of their suitor, so hey Mrs. Woman, bend, look how strong I am, it's better silver, you can bend it, there you go. If the lady kept it, then your amorous intentions were reciprocated. If the lady tossed it away, they weren't. Hence the fact you find a lot of these around where old fairgrounds used to be, because the gents be out with their mates, they'll bend a coin, they're a lady, we go, no you're right, and just throw it away. So that is the story of love tokens. A lot of them, they used to be engraved, get a pin, heat the pin up slightly, and then I haven't got one of those, I haven't found one of those for a long time. So this is just a plain ordinary one, and just because there's you can just see the ghost of a little harp on it, I was able to, I don't know if you can see that, I was able to trace it down, narrow it down to a sixpence of old King Charles. So there you go, love tokens. I think they're a British thing. I don't believe the French claim, or the claim of keeping it in your pocket so you could feel what you had. They didn't have pockets. So there you go. That's a little bit of a background behind a love token. Cheers for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. There you go.